Welcome to one of our Toy Joy specials, and here you won't be seeing much of me today because I'm operating the old camera, but as you can see we have a mighty Jemadar fleet here for the Dominion, including some Cardassian ships there, a Breen ship, versus, I wonder who could be using these ships. I wonder.
Hello!
Yes, it's an attack wing day,
yeah.
And we're playing an almighty big battle. You don't normally play with these number of ships, and we've no idea how long this is going to take.
No.
This will only be edited highlights at most, but we'll just sort of be a nice introduction to, if you don't know what attack wing is, what it's all about. Because as you can see, each ship there has, I'll turn it round, got some captains on the ships, you see? Old Gold Cat there. If the thing would just focus on him. That's better, thank you. And then over here, likewise, all the Klingon ships have their Klingon dudes. Anybody particularly want to highlight, my dear?
Kern.
Kern, there we are. There's Kern, looking very wild and mad. Because he's a Klingon, clearly. And you'll notice the wee dials behind them. Those are their moves, so I can turn those round. And oh, there we are, you see. That's hidden. It's normally like that. And it's like that. And it shows what manoeuvre it's going to pull off. And the manoeuvres are represented by these dials here, you see. And you put the dial, I'm not going to be able to do this and hold the camera very easily. Excuse a bit of scrabbling around, but there we are, you see. Ba-ba-bum. They go in order of the captains, I'm just going to show you. There, that's the sort of thing, and then you lift it up and put it on the end there, but I can't do that and hold the camera. When they fire and when they defend, they use these red and green dice. And we just got this new spiffy new battlefield, which we're quite pleased with as well. Normally we play with about sort of 3 or 4 ships each, but this is a big old battle. But you can play with just one each.
Yeah, one on its own wouldn't work so well.
No, not just, yeah, that would be a very boring game, just flying around, exploring space, perhaps for the Federation. There are various affiliations available, obviously. Most of the Starfleet hasn't the most ships, unsurprisingly. And indeed the crew as well. Oh yes, I'll show you the crew here. So these cards represent the ships, but also the captains. And some of them have extra crew as well. Here you can see the old Meta Clan here. And they give various bonuses. You can see his points costs down the bottom. So you buy your fleet. So we've both got roughly 130 points worth of ships.
230 points.
230, yes, correction. Well done. And you can't see Gold Cat there. There you are. He's hiding. There he is. Excellent. And over here, upside down, of course, because I'm the other side of the table. Your Klingons. We also got some things like shields, there, and that'll indicate when the ship's cloaked. And the various other little bits of tokens as these games work. But there we are. We might show you some progress as the game goes on, but for now, we're going to...
Let battle commence!
Wonderful. Well done. You took the words right out of my mouth, unsurprisingly. Klingon person. Right. Okay, so we've all moved now, as you can see. So we're all facing up a bit closer to one another. And you'll notice various tokens on the ships. We've got the cloak tokens of the Klingon ships, unsurprisingly. And because we've had 2 turns to get this far. She's also been able to put some evades and some target locks on. Those are the blue ones there, which then relate to the red ones, because so you can see that she's doubling up, or more than doubling up her shots on one particular ship.
Because it's got the smug cunty vaulter on.
Oh yes, this is the reason why. This is the captain of this ship, and to be fair, I mean that's a face that deserves to be phasered to death, isn't it? Lovely. Sorry about the wobbly camera, by the way. There's not much I can do about that, but there we are. Yes, so we're about to have our first lot of firepower, and we'll see. I suspect smug water isn't long for this world, so we may have our first casualty already. We shall see. Okay, so as you can see, smug water did indeed bite the dust there.
Yes.
Concentration of fire took him out quite easily. And the fact that my dice rolls have been, as they usually are, absolutely pants. In fact, all I've managed to do is damage one bird of prey slightly.
Yes.
And quite a few of my ships, and my biggest one, my big so-called, impressive one is, well, it's taken 2 whole points. Here we are. Have a look at that. You see there's the whole points there. And you can see from the yellow amount, that's how many whole points it can take. So, you know, it's got another 5 before it goes bang. But I've got another ship here that's damaged as well.
And Oh, that one's the one that's gone in it.
Yeah, so it's not looking good really as a first couple of turns. But these things can turn around. Suddenly I might suddenly start getting good dice rolls, but always look on the bright side, eh? So, bit of a change here, as you can see. We've got a bit of crashing going on there, which is never good news because it means you can't give your ship orders if you crash.
And if you're Klingons, that means you can't cloak.
Yeah. You'll also notice the bird of prey on its side there. That's one I wiped out. Huzzah!
Yes.
I managed to take one out. Fantastic stuff. It has to be said, though, that a lot of my ships took a lot of damage in that battle, that particular round. So my big bad there has taken 5 hull points now to 7, so he's not long for this world. Guldercott lost all his shields. He did a crash. He was a plonker. Too keen, that's his problem. We've got some here that aren't looking too bad, but yes, the Jemadar ship there not looking so good, and that Cardassian ship's taking hits as well. So it's evened up a little bit, but I would have done a lot more damage again had my dice rolls not been so poo. Hey ho! There were a couple of our ships with no cloaking devices that I should have been able to wipe out, but it never happened. Boo! So that's another Jemadar ship gone. Here we are. Poor thing. Scarab on its back, legs all akimbo. And I didn't do too badly in that round actually in terms of damage.
This one has now can't cloak anymore.
Yeah.
Taken a couple of hull points, and its captain's skill has been reduced from 5 to 0.
Yules. So that was rather exciting. But yeah, it's okay. As you can see, some of my ships over here are in the middle of nowhere really compared to the rest of the fleets, but there we are. She sank my battleship! It does look like the bat plane, doesn't it? Upside down like that. Do, 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 do. The Joker's shot it down. Boo! That was my big old one there. But it took a lot of firepower straight away. And it's not... The green figure is a number of agility dice it can roll. And as you can see, it does not do well for agility. So it is a bit of a sitting duck. I don't normally use that one. It's just because we've got such a high points value game. I've been chipping away at her ships, but unfortunately not concentrated enough to take them out. So
this one and this one have each only got 1 hull point left. So they are very nearly dead. They are on their last legs. And which one is it? That one can't cloak anymore.
Huzzah! We like that. That's always good news when you can't, because they don't get very many green dice either.
No, they don't. Not
unless they're cloaked.
Yeah.
So there we go. It's still relatively even. I think you slightly got the edge because you took out my big ship, but I think
only
that's about
slightly.
Jolly good. Okay, the carnage continues. You can see there's 2 ships taken out, 1 from each side, which is a bit disastrous. There we go.
And then you've also taken...
I've managed to take out another Klingon ship there.
Did I do some more damage to one of yours?
Yeah, Guldercap's only got 1 hull point left, so he's looking very vulnerable. Yeah. So I think it's still really close.
I think it is as well.
I think we might be entering endgame quite soon. Wow. Cataclysmic. Ding dong, the captain's dead. Boo! We got zapped. Didn't take any of hers this turn. So I am horribly outnumbered here. It is not looking good. Oh boy. Hey ho. I was hoping for a better turn of dice rolls next turn. So this looks like good stuff. We've 2 Klingon ships taken out. Huzzah, huzzah! But I am incredibly outnumbered still. The one hiding back there. I've got 1 ship nearly gone. The rest of her ships are, for the most part, untouched. So I am outnumbered. Oh boy. Squeaky bum time. So you know how I was complaining about my dice rolls? Well, this, my friends, is making up for it. When I can get rid of the glare. 3 critical hits, they cause extra damage. And 2 ordinary hits. Means that the otherwise unaffected ship up until now, this Klingon here, this one, the Amar, is wiped out in 1 turn by my cruiser. Wah! Yes, excellent.
Also, we swapped because that was my attempt. 5 dice I rolled. 5 dice. I needed 2 and it still would have been alive. Got bugger all.
Yeah. Excellent. See how the rest of the turn goes. Another Jemadar ship gone. Boo! As you can see, Amri did a bit of crashing. Despite only having 3 ships left, she managed to crash 2 of them into each other.
Because I'm clever!
Yes. And yes, my Cardassian ship's nearly wiped out now as well. So I managed to damage one of yours, didn't I? But
yes.
Yeah, I think you've still got the edge. Aboo! Oh, I thought I'd taken another one out there. Ah, so annoying. It's got one whole point to go, isn't it?
Yep.
Through everything, well, everything, both ships at it. But to no avail. Aboo! Aboo! Nearly, but not quite. I'm still facing 3 ships. Pooh. So I managed to blow up the remaining bird of prey, but as you can see, my 2 ships got shot down. Amri's the winner.
Kapla!
Yeah, that's scary. Okay, so there we go. That's Attack Wing, folks. That was a relatively close game. That closer than I thought it was going to be, certainly. Kind of epic. It did take a long time to play this. How many hours do you reckon?
We started at 2.
Well, it's what, 6 now?
Gone that. 4.5 hours.
Woo! Okay, so that's Mammoth Attack Wing, but normal games last about an hour and a half, 2 hours tops.
Yeah.
But we had the time, so we thought we'd make the most of it. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll catch you next time. Cheery bye!
Bye!